Alright, boys and girls, welcome to Goron Guitar. We have a beautiful song here from the Favors, FINNEAS and Ashe, a collab here, and they do The Little Mess You Made, and I do this on my beautiful Ovation, the Blue Beast here, the Celebrity line guitar. So let's go into this together and learn this song. And yeah, we don't have any use for capo here. As you can see, we have this little melody I'm going to show you. It's played later on in the song, but basically this song is about 4 different chords. So let's start with the chords first, and we're gonna do some switches here within a chord, so to speak, to have this melody going on. So we're gonna start with G first. So that goes 3rd E, 2nd A, open D, open G, 3rd B, and 3rd E. And within that G, we're gonna shift into the G major 7 bass thing going on here, because we want the melody go from to that, okay? So you just hold the grip, the G, and then you keep the mid finger on the 3rd fret E string and the ring finger on the 3rd fret B, and then you do this. You go down with the index finger to the 2nd fret E string and play that part, okay? So from the G chord, you keep these 2 fingers on the 3rd E and 3rd B, and then you reach down with the index finger to the 2nd fret high E, okay? So that's the G part of it. Next is the E minor. Same there, we have this open E string, 2nd A, 2nd D, open G, open B, and now this added 3rd E string. That's the first E minor part. The second one is to just go with this 3rd E, the high E, to the 2nd high E, okay? Okay, so there you have the E minors. Then we go into the A minor, same there. So it goes open A, 2nd D, 2nd G, 1st B, and the 3rd E here, added notes. That's the first part of it, and then you reach under with your little pinky on to the 2nd fret high E. So from, if you think that is too much, and I do that sometimes as well when I play this song, then you can go for an A minor 7. That means you go with the open G string instead of the 2nd. It doesn't hurt too much, and actually from the first part, this grip here with the 3rd fret E string, if you go with the A minor 7 version, it actually sounds better. So you can relax with the first grip there, and then once you come under here, you can place the A minor full and have that 2nd fret high E under. It's up to you guys, but you have the possibility here to play the A minor 7 chord. Anyway, that's the A minor, and then finally we have the D. And here we actually start with the sus version. It's the open D, 2nd G, 3rd B, and 3rd E. That's the sus 4. And then you go under to play a standard D. You play that 3rd E to 2nd E instead. That creates the standard D. Okay? So there we have the chords. And I played that melody in the introduction of the tutorial. I'm going to show you that first now, and then show you how to play the strumming pattern with this basic chord. So let's go into the melody, and you can clearly hear that at 36 seconds in, okay? So I'm gonna give you the grips for it. You're gonna start up here, and I play my mid finger on the 7th fret G string, my little pinky on the 8th fret B, and my ring finger on the 7th E. So the reason for that is because I wanna reach out to the 5th fret later on with my index finger. So that's the reason for having this a little bit awkward grip here with these fingers. Okay, so you're gonna play like this. Okay, so you play the open, the 7th fret high E, the 8th fret B string, 7th G. You repeat that again, so 7th E, 8B, 7G, and then you play the 5th E. That means you have to release that 7th E string and get the 5th E. And then you play that note again, then 8B and the 7G. So you keep these two fingers there. And then again, you repeat that 5th E, 8B, and 7th G. Okay, so that is the first part. It's based upon that G chord. So it goes. Okay, next is the E minor part. So you'll go over to this grip. And that means I play my ring finger on the 9th fret G string, my mid finger on the 8th fret B, and my index on the 7th E. You play this part. So you play 7th E, 8B, 9G. Repeat that. 7th E, 8B, 9G. And then you reach out with a little pinky to the 10B string. And then you play that note again. And then you play the 8B and 9G. And then you play that again. 10B, 8B, and 9G. So that means you keep that grip still, even if you reach out with a little pinky. So you keep that still there. All right. That's the E minor part. I'm going to take you through for you a little bit slower again. Okay, so that's that. And then we have next grip. This one looks like a D minor actually. So you place your mid finger on the 9th fret G string, your ring finger on the 10th fret B string, and your index on the 8th fret E. So like this. Okay, so you're gonna play 8th fret E, 10B, 9G. Repeat that. 8th E, 10B, and 9G. And then you stretch out a little bit with the index finger to get the 7th fret E string. And then you play that note again. And then you play 10B, 9G, and repeat 7th E, 10B, 9G. So the part goes like this slowly. And then finally we have the D grip going on here, and it goes like this. Index on the 7th fret G, mid on 8B, and ring finger on 8E, like this. All right, so a little bit different there, and then you're gonna play 8E, 8B, 7G. You repeat that. 8E, 8B, 7th G, and then you reach out with a little pinky to the 10th fret E string. You keep that there with the rest of the grip, and you play just down, 6 downs. All right, and there you have the melody. So to play everything through for you, it sounds like this. All right, and that in a context goes over then maybe to a chord progression with the strumming. And speaking of that, let's learn the strumming pattern. So basically what you do here, we had pairs of chords here. So G to the G major, we had the E minor with the notes 3rd fret E string to 2nd. We had the A minor with 3rd fret E string to 2nd, and then we had the D sus to D. Basically 3rd fret to 2nd fret E string there as well. So that is how it goes, this 3rd fret to 2nd fret. That's the whole idea with changing these chords. So we have this pair. So the first half of it, when you play on the 3rd fret E string, you're gonna play 7 downs, okay? And on the second part of it, when you have the 2nd fret E string, you're gonna play 9 downs, okay? So that's the break. So just play downs, and you can basically do that in this, in your own way. When you listen to the song, you have only one touch on the E string. So one touch on the first part and one touch on the second part in the first down on each and every part. So there, and then you play another 6 downs, more on the bass. And then you switch to this chord and play, and 8 downs on the bass strings. So that is basically how it goes for this song. But when it comes to guitar, to kind of translate that, it will sound a bit awkward. So therefore, I'm playing more freely on this when it comes to strumming. So you can play something like this. Alright, if that makes sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so you just play that pattern for all of these chords. So slowly it goes like this. And that is played throughout this song, guys. Great song, collab, favors, FINNEAS Ashe. This little mess you made. Alright, so a great song. I hope you enjoyed it. And if it was helpful, then leave me a comment, a thumb up the tutorial. I work a lot for you guys, so I really appreciate it. And maybe deserve that. So thank you so much, and be back for next time. Till then, play tuned.